Hi, my name's Holly Taylor reporting for Aussie Beach TV today at Redcliffe Square in Brisbane. We're here for the Medical Marijuana March for the Sick and Dying.
Dr. Dope! My name's Josh Waldron. I'm the organiser of the Medical Marijuana March for the Sick and Dying. We've got a number of, patients, affected people, carers of sufferers. Arriving today, families, all walks of life.
Medical marijuana use has always been negatively portrayed in the mainstream media. Why do you think this is the case?
Well, the stigma itself has never been lifted from day one. Whether you're a medicinal user or not, you're deemed as a stoner. That's the law. We are all criminals if we use marijuana, and if it's medicinal or not, that's where it really has to change. Up until recently, people hadn't actually been disclosing whether they were treating themselves legitimate with cannabis. The stigma had always held people back from being able to actually talk about that, whether it be in media. Now we're seeing families come forward, parents with kids of epilepsy, cancer patients, and it's becoming broadly known. So we are lifting the stigma slowly. Today we'll have Dr. Alex Woodak talk about some of those things.
Awesome. Aussie Beach TV is brought to you by Aussie Souls. Now, do you or anyone you know have a medical condition that could be positively affected by using medical marijuana?
Yeah, I do. My mother's undergoing chemo at the moment. I've got a personality disorder which for many years I was treating with pharmaceuticals that near took my life. I've replaced those pharmaceuticals with cannabis and taken hold of a company which I own, and I develop products for the horticultural industry, so it doesn't stop anyone from being successful.
Wow, and what are some of the positive benefits you've seen from that?
Definitely, if I was to say that someone treated with cannabis, if they were to be asked if they have had anywhere near the same success using pharmaceutical medications, the answer would be no.
Yeah.
So we have got clear evidence just in the public.
Aussie Beach TV is brought to you by Framoto. So what are some ways that people can medicate with cannabis?
Yeah, like you've got options. You can, it's anywhere from juicing an entire raw plant down to creating edibles from product. You can vaporize or smoke. You can choose to vaporize, which doesn't actually impact the respiratory system whatsoever, and the deposits of harmful toxins from smoke isn't there.
Yeah.
So if someone was to say, I'm not into smoking cannabis, you might say you may be into vaporizing cannabis. So there are a lot of options.
And you can even pop it in a juice, like
exactly. That's
get all your health benefits.
That's something hopefully we start to see in the future. You know, Boost Juice, get on board. Start having some raw plants hanging in the background, and those lovely bikini girls you have in your store.
I used to work at a juice bar, and where we were so wanted to do that, like, because so many people came in that had these medical conditions, and they wanted to be able to have marijuana or hemp plant juiced up in their juices.
Exactly, and
but
juicing,
even if they brought it, we couldn't because it's illegal.
Of course. The stigma again. You're wanting to save someone's life, and you can't due to the law. Talking about juicing, you'll be able to look into that on the internet and find that when you juice a plant without heat, you're not getting high. So no heat on the actual cannabinoid will not decarboxylate.
It won't release the THC.
Exactly. So the benefits of juicing raw cannabis to someone that perhaps doesn't want to get high, jump on board, legalize it, guys, because if you do want to juice it, you're doing it illegally currently.
Aussie Beach TV is brought to you by Corker Swimwear. Many people also put a lot of trust in the medical profession, and their doctors may not advocate using medical marijuana. What is your message to these people?
This is probably the strongest message that I have. This is the issue at hand. The education in the professional medical sector is next to nil. What we're finding with medical health professionals is we don't actually have the education on board supplied to these guys for them to be able to make an educated decision, yes or no. Whether they advocate it or not, Australia does not support educating medical health professionals in this regard, so that's the major issue. We're going to be in the near future starting a incentive which will involve the very first medical marijuana expert convention in Australia. This is going to be featuring a number of worldwide industry experts. The aim of an expert convention in Australia around medical cannabis would be ultimately to educate the professionals involved in the industry that would be directly affiliated with the prohibition changes.
What is your message to Australian politicians about medical cannabis?
Educate yourself. Educate yourself. Don't lie to your loved ones. They could be the next with cancer or epilepsy that you need to treat. Please educate yourself.
Educate yourself.
You're
watching me on Aussie Beach TV.
The hottest girls you will ever see. Aussie Beach TV.